So how do you guys get traffic and get the bookings?
So we have a mixture of marketing strategies in order to maximize the number of people that use us. And of course, we do the typical SEM, SEO, social media, and all of that. We, of course, also do a lot of PR. But one of the things that we've done lately is a multi-brand strategy. So we've started doing certain A's. So ferienwohnungen.de, which is basically translates to vacation rentals in Germany. So we bought that domain. We bought GitFR, which is basically similar for that in French, Alquiler Vacacional in Spanish, and so on. And all of these very, let's say, generic websites, which had been there for 15, 20 years, highly trusted by search engines, and they were also doing bookings. We've seen that by acquiring them, we have amplified our audience significantly because people just like and trust a brand that is basically as generic as it can get. And we've seen multiple domains going even higher than our own brand, Holidu. So yeah, it's associating our brand to the generic concept of vacation rental, which has also been paying off significantly.
Because I'm guessing that it means that, for example, if I'm French and the word gîte, which immediately, conjures up like, a chalet or a rural home like this, and very like it's very deep. It's like when you go with your family. That means that you're really able to tap into, the French market, the German market with something that completely resonates with them. A brand has been around for years, and of course, then you plug your own technology behind. I guess for that's highly converting, right? So it's a way to be local, way and get more conversion and more exposure for some listings, for example.
Well, 100%, and I think our brand a little bit has to do with that. So originally we started as a German meta search. Still, our half of our customers are Germans, but the other half are not. And Holidu was a mixture between holidays and do, which is you in German. So maybe for a French person, Holidu doesn't mean anything, or a Spanish person doesn't mean anything. But having this alquiler vacacional or vacaciones, gîte, and so on, has tapped into this sort of like national website and this trust, as you said, with our technology in the background, by creating all these white labels to these local brands, that has really paid off and has allowed us to grow significantly in the last 3 years.
More occupancy, right, to these hostels. So how would you again express the value you bring to these property managers? And I'm going to ask you the same question because it's a practical question, fees. And again, for everybody, I see there's plenty of questions. So I'm going fast through the Q&A, so you can take as many questions you have about the different channels we're talking about today. Go ahead, Enrique.
So let me start with the first part. I think that one of the nicest things about Holidu is that the integration is extremely easy if you are working with any of the PMSs that we have connection with, and we have over 50 of those. So if that's the case, if you're connected to a PMS, it's literally like a self-onboarding, accept terms and conditions just by clicking a little box. Do a little KYC, which takes you nothing. If everything goes right, you could be online the same day. Depends a lot in the property manager. If you really want to complete everything on the same day, and you are already in touch with the person that is going to be doing the test bookings, everything could be live within hours. So it's very easy. And I was reading one of the questions, why don't you connect? Like lack of time. This is really like takes nothing. And if I would ask anyone, like, what would you do in order to increase 5, 6, 7% your annual bookings? What would you do? Like, well, a lot. Well, this would already happen if you would connect to Holidu if you're in Europe. I need to be super clear. If you have a beautiful house in Hawaii, we're not going to be able to sign a contract with you. We really do not focus on anything that it's outside of the European continent. But it's really that, like, very easy, and an extra 5-6% of bookings, which is more or less what we get on average, on top of the top three, sometimes more, depending on it's very dependent on where your properties are located. If your properties are located in Balearic Island, I got good news for you. We are market leaders there, so it's going to be way more than 5-6%. That's an average. If you are in the UK, it's going to be probably a little bit less than 5-6%. So it's really market dependent. In terms of fees, it's the same thing. We are more or less in the average. So if you're in the UK, as I said before, it's going to be around 12-13%. If you're in Germany, it's also around the same numbers. If you're in Spain, it's going to be towards 15%, and so on. But we are very average, anywhere between 12 and 15.